Welcome to another startup and complete car documentation. What we have today is a 2014 Toyota Corolla S+.
This Corolla is painted in Blue Crush Metallic.
On the key fob, you have the buttons for lock, unlock, trunk release, and panic. You also have smart key access on the front doors. Storage areas with bottle holders on the front door panels. You have power windows, locks, and mirrors.
This one has a black interior, and the seats are trimmed in a combination of cloth and Softex upholstery.
The front seats are manually adjusted. And now that we're behind the wheel, let's go ahead and start the engine. Along with smart key is push button ignition, and since this is a manual, you put your foot on the clutch instead of the brake.
To say the Toyota Corolla is popular would be an understatement, as the Corolla is in fact the best-selling car of all time. A staple of the compact car class for many decades, the Corolla was launched back in 1966, and since then over 50 million of them have been sold. A couple years ago, Toyota even introduced a compact crossover known as the Corolla Cross, bringing the Corolla nameplate into the world of SUVs. But as of the 2023 model year, the original Corolla model is currently in its 12th generation. This 2014 model we have here represents the E170 generation, which was sold in the US for model years 2014 through 2019. This is actually one of two different 11th generation Corollas, as the one sold in places like Japan uses a different platform. The E170 Corolla rides on the Toyota New MC architecture, which was also used by cars like the 3rd generation Prius. One thing about this Corolla generation is that North American models have exterior styling that is quite different from international models, namely the front and rear fascias. But, as mentioned before, the E170 Gen Corolla lasted from 2014 through 2019 in the US market. For 2017, the North American Corolla got a mid-cycle facelift, which freshened up the exterior a bit and added some new safety tech. Toyota also made a 5-door hatchback based on the E170 Corolla, and North America did end up receiving it. I'll elaborate more on that in a caption you can pause and read. The US market 2014 model year Corolla was available in the following trim levels: L, LE, LE Eco, and S. LE and S models also got various sub-trim levels such as LE Plus and LE Premium, along with S Plus and S Premium. All US 2014 Corollas are powered by the same 1.8-liter naturally aspirated inline-4 engine, which makes 132 horsepower in most models. However, in the efficiency-focused LE Eco trim, the engine is tuned and tweaked a bit and ends up making 140 horsepower. Across the range, 3 different transmissions are offered for 2014. If you wanted to shift your own gears, both the base L and the sport-tuned S Plus did offer a 6-speed manual. Otherwise, an automatic was optional on L and S Plus, and standard on all the other trims, although the L trim's automatic was a 4-speed, with the rest of the lineup offering a CVT auto. In Toyota's US 2014 model year lineup, the compact Corolla was the smallest sedan, slotting below the midsize Camry. Rivals in 2014 included the Ford Focus, Chevy Cruze, Honda Civic, Hyundai Elantra, and so on.
So the instrument cluster houses 4 analog gauges, which are your tachometer, speedometer, fuel gauge, and temperature gauge. And then there's also a digital info display. With this button, you go between your trip A and trip B. And then the rest of it can be gone through via this button on the steering wheel. You have a range, average speed, settings, fuel info, that kind of thing. It has a 3-spoke design, leather-wrapped, multifunctional steering wheel. There are side bolstering grips. It has 4 controls. On this side, you have your audio controls. And then on this side, you have your information display control button, your Bluetooth controls and voice commands, and then your cruise control. The steering wheel is tilt and telescopic. You have your power mirror controls, panel dimmer, climate vent for the driver. Right here is your exterior lighting stock. And then on this side is your wiper stock. Going down the center of the interior, you have your central climate vents, a digital clock, passenger airbag indicator. I like the blue accenting, piano veneer trim, looks nice. Hazard switch, push button ignition. And right here is your touchscreen infotainment system / radio head unit. Besides the touchscreen, you also got your physical volume, power, tuning knobs, a couple shortcuts, and then the SD card slot for the nav map. We will go over the system more in a bit. Below that, you have a set of single-zone automatic climate controls. From there, you have a 12-volt power outlet along with a USB port and an aux port. Some storage in front of the shifter. For reverse, you got to pull this catch up. And putting it in reverse does reveal a backup camera. You got your traction control toggle, 2 cup holders. The parking brake is hand operated. You got a 2-tiered center console. Both sun visors do have vanity mirrors. Manually dimming rear view. Your overhead lighting and your one-touch auto-powered sunroof controls. There are grab handles at all 4 corners. And here is the infotainment system in this 2014 Corolla S Plus. Right here is the home screen, so you got some audio data, phone data, and then your navigation map. So home takes you here. We'll go to audio right now. Your sources are AM, FM, Sirius XM, Bluetooth audio streaming, and a CD player, and then anything you have hooked up via the aux, USB, a couple apps too, Pandora, that kind of stuff. Then we'll go to apps. Navigation, there is the navigation map in this car. Not too bad. Audio, phone for pairing a phone. Got your eco computer, shows you how economical you've been driving. Setup, so all sorts of stuff. Traffic and weather as part of Sirius XM Travel Link if you got a subscription to that. Pretty cool apps. You can bring up your maintenance scheduling, all that kind of stuff for your routine maintenance. I mean, movie tickets, even look up Yelp reviews. Pretty cool apps that this car has. And it's a pretty simple system. Pretty easy to get used to. This gear icon brings you the settings, so I think that's kind of a gist of what's in it. But now, let's go ahead and roll down the driver's window and take a look at the engine bay. The driver's window is fully automatic.
The S Plus and S Premium trims added this set of 17-inch two-tone alloy rims, which in my opinion look really good. Powering the 14 Corolla is a 1.8-liter naturally aspirated inline-4 engine. This power plant includes dual overhead camshafts, 4 valves per cylinder, and dual VVTi technology. In S models, horsepower is rated at 132 at 6,000 RPM, with torque being rated at 128 pound-feet at 4,400 RPM. That power is channeled to the front wheels via this S Plus's 6-speed manual transmission. Running on regular unleaded with a 13.2-gallon fuel tank, updated EPA estimates for a Corolla equipped like this one are 28 mpg in the city and 36 mpg on the highway. It has a McPherson strut front suspension and a torsion beam rear suspension. As for brakes, the standard setup is front discs and rear drums, but the S Plus trim upgrades it to a 4-wheel disc setup. In both cases, the front discs are ventilated. Curb weight is about 2,800 pounds.
As you saw earlier, the fuel cap is on the driver's side. Storage on the back door panels as well. Got a map pocket on the back of the front passenger seat. Rear passengers do get a set of cup holders back here. And as for space, as someone who's about 6'1", the driver's seat is set for roughly someone of my size. And there's room for my feet below the seat. Leg room is actually not too bad. My legs don't feel cramped, you know, they're not pushing up against the seat. And if someone even slightly shorter was sitting in front of me with the seat even just slightly further up, I could actually have a pretty good amount of leg room. Headroom, my head is barely starting to brush the roof, but I'm not having to bend down or anything at all. So considering this is a compact car, I would say it's surprisingly comfortable back here. a single exhaust.
The trunk of the Corolla offers 13 cubic feet of space, which can be expanded by folding down the rear seats.
Anyhow, thanks for checking out this tour of this 2014 Toyota Corolla. And as always, stay on the lookout for future tours.